In every town, in every village, there are whispers of a train that arrives at midnight. A train no one ever boards and no one ever expects. Some who see it are never seen again. This is the story of one such night. This happened a few years ago in a small, quiet town where I lived. One evening, exhausted after a long day, I received a call from my friends. They urged me, "Let's go to the old train station on the edge of town. Tonight, the ghost train might appear. You've heard the stories, right?" The legend said, at exactly midnight, a train would stop at the abandoned station. A train not listed in any schedule with passengers who were no longer among the living. Curious and a little skeptical, I agreed. Around 3 a.m. as we arrived. The air was cold and damp, thick with an unnatural mist. The station was deserted. Not a single light was on. Doors creaked open in the slight breeze. In the distance, we heard it, the faint whistle of a train. But unlike any normal train, it was eerily silent, gliding through the night. It approached, and then it stopped. It was an old, decrepit train. Its windows were dark and cracked. There was no sound from inside, no passengers stepping out, no noise at all. Then, slowly, the door of the first carriage opened. We stood frozen, expecting someone to step out. But instead, a deep, bone-chilling silence pressed down on us. Inside the car, dark silhouettes began to emerge. Shapeless figures moving slowly, their heads bowed low, their faces hidden. We dared not move. One figure stepped out onto the platform, barefoot, dressed in torn, ancient clothing. Its face was just two hollow, empty sockets where eyes should have been. No sound, no breath, just an overwhelming presence of death. I felt the hair on my neck rise. We started slowly backing away. But more figures began stepping out, their bodies heavy, their movements unnatural, as if they didn't belong in this world anymore. Instinct screamed, "Run!" I turned and bolted. I could feel a cold wind chasing me, pressing against my back. I dared one glance over my shoulder. The train still sat there, its doors wide open, the figures slowly drifting away into the mist. As we fled, the train began moving again, silently, almost like a ghost slipping back into the fog. In a few minutes, it vanished completely. When I finally stumbled home, I could still feel the cold inside my bones. It was as if the chill from that train had followed me. I stayed awake until dawn, unable to sleep, haunted by one thought. What would have happened if we hadn't run? What if we had stepped onto that train? I don't want to know the answer. All I know is, that train was not meant for the living. At midnight, if you ever hear the distant call of a train, if you see a station bathed in mist, do not approach. Some carriages are not meant for us. Some are only for the dead.